Welcome to another edition of Revealing the Diamond. I'm your host, Tiaga Prem. And on this week's episode, it is from class, I believe on May 17th, after the lead primary conference. And in this episode, a student is asking about having some challenges in telling the difference between whether they should, be motivated to work hard and move ahead and push through, that kind of thing, and when to pull back and be more receptive and listen. And they're having a hard time deciphering, between when they should do which is the question. And I give an answer. And it's not that long of an episode, so I hope you enjoy it. If you're moved by what we share and you want to practice with us, you can practice with us from anywhere in the world on Zoom. All you have to do is go to lodashtanga.com and get a membership for the online. Or if you're in Vancouver, Canada, I teach there as well. We have a Mysore program, and it's online and in person at the same time. You get a lot of attention in the online because I put you on a big screen like a projector, so I can see you just as big as the bodies in the room, which is pretty cool, and give individual instruction to every student. So if that speaks to you, come out. I think it's one of the most effective ways to learn and grow in this practice. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 5:30 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. And then we have a lead class Fridays at 6 a.m. and a lead class Saturday at 8 a.m. So those are some unique opportunities to practice with me. Hope to see you on the mat, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Oh, by the way, the in-person is at Casa Copal. I almost forgot. So you can check out Casa Copal Yoga, and you can get the in-person membership there. And I will be at Ashtanga Yoga Victoria in June again, so stay tuned for more details about that. Okay, cool. Thanks for listening to the episode, y'all. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. Follow us on YouTube and become a subscriber. And thanks again for all the love and support. Peace. Any insights or things you want to share or talk about before we go?
I have
Yeah, good.
What
Yeah.
you got? Well, what I got is I have trouble knowing when to push myself versus pull back because I'm gonna hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of it's just in my head, like I'm letting myself off the hook. It's like, oh, I'm just lazy, but I don't know, it's still like, because I want to push myself enough to keep it moving.
Yeah, don't you think that paying attention to that is how it works? Like that's the solution, is learning to pay attention, I think. Because every situation is different. I always reflect on like Iyengar saying that pain is the teacher. And then if you think like breath is also the teacher, so they're in collaboration. So it's like if you can't breathe, that's telling you something. And if you're in pain, that's telling you something. So again, watch those things. You heard me say before, like trust your body, except for maybe right when you wake up, then trust your practice. The reason why is like you have some story, right, every time. But I think the fact that you're paying attention to that, that's the answer to your question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because every situation is so different.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's not going to get any easier.
yeah, and if you think about like the sutra Stiram Sukham Asanam, it's really a smart one because it's like the practice needs sweetness and discipline together. This is what you're describing. Sometimes, like my teacher Dharma, one of many, but he just turned 85 last week, as you know, and he can do a lot of asanas still. And he told me, like, when you're a beginner, you have to have the qualities of anger and determination. But don't stay like that. That's for a beginner, right? Like you have to, it's a lot. Like, you got to get up early and do the thing and put your, it requires a lot of, and actually anger and determination is the same quality. It's just one is more destructive and one is more creative. It's the same force. You know what I'm saying? But then as you go, like, you start to find the sweetness in that, and you're still like trying. It still takes effort to put your leg back or whatever you're working on. But with time, and then the flip side of that is, he told me eventually the posture should feel like deep sleep. Yeah. So that's the work, like what you're saying is like you're fluctuating between this like fiery determination and deep sleep. And eventually that like restfulness drives the bus. Like the pushing is, it's kind of like, like somebody shoving coal into a steam engine. Like the fire drives the train, but without the person putting the shovel, it won't go anywhere. And the person with the shovel is the sweetness, the restfulness, is the quarterback. And so if you're noticing it's mostly fire, pushing, the breath is heavy, forcing, that's not gonna be sustainable. You're gonna get hurt, or you're gonna get discouraged and quit. That's where that's going. But if you go too much into the deep sleep, you'll just stay in bed. So you have to find both. Even like I read you that quote from Richard Freeman about the Ujjayi breath. He said, like, students are breathing like they're being carried off to the slaughter, like that kind of panicked breath. And he's like, it's supposed to be like romantic, like between the lover and the beloved. It's supposed to be like a sweet whisper, not like a, oh, we're gonna die, And if you have that, it's trying to tell you something. But it might be part of the process, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But don't stay there. Does that make sense? Okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming for your first time. And everybody else, good job for showing up.